Hello, Dreop here. So yesterday I made a video on the new arrows, but I only set the description of the perks, so in this video, I'll explain the perks more. Also, before the video starts, please consider subscribing. I had to go through 2 hours of this, and I couldn't even show off the arrows because the Bazaar economy is so messed up. So the first 5 arrows, there are no ability, it's just a damage increase, so I wouldn't really say it's worth it. And the first arrow is the bouncy arrow. Now what this arrow does is it basically has a 50% chance to bounce to another target. It can go to 4 targets and each bounce deals 15% less damage. This arrow is probably good for clearing since you have a chance to hit 4 targets and kill more mobs. The next arrow is the icy arrow. Now it basically applies slowness 1 for 3 seconds to targets. This is kinda just like a worse ice spray. It just slows down the mob for you to kill it, but I wouldn't say this is worth it because the glue arrow exists. So what the glue arrow does, it prevents victims from walking for 1.5 seconds when hit, so it basically makes them completely still. This is exactly like an ice spray, and if you use this arrow you wouldn't really need one, since any mob you shoot you basically ice spray, and you can do it from a distance too. The next arrow is the armor shred arrow. Now it basically ignores 5% of the target's defense. I already made a video on it, it's not really that good, so I wouldn't really recommend it. Okay, so the explosive arrow it basically explodes 2 seconds or on impact, and it hits 2.5 blocks around the target, and it does your regular bow damage. However, you lose 10% of your hearts if you are actually in the explosion. This seems really risky, and archers nowadays, they usually kill minis close range, so I don't think it's worth the risk. The last arrow is the Nanswarp arrow. This basically adds a new enchant called Skewer, and it hits through piercing and deals 7.5% of the previous one up to 5 victims. Basically what this means is that it works with piercing and you can go through multiple mobs. I would say this is insanely OP for like floor 4, floor 6, or floor 7 where there's multiple mobs, since you can hit them, and if you get 5 of them at once, you can deal 37.5% more damage. So what arrow you use really depends on where you are, or what you're doing, so yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and good night.